If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, as well as follow me and subscribe to me on all my other social media platforms. What's up, Thrashers, and welcome back once again to the Thrash Maniac 99 YouTube channel, and I am back with another album review for you guys. And today, I am talking about probably the biggest release to come out on October 20th, and that is Go Ahead and Die with Unhealthy Mechanisms. So this is the second album from this side project of one Max Cavalera and his son Igor Amadeus Cavalera. And this comes out on Nuclear Blast Records. I actually do have the first album, but I haven't really checked out much of it just because, again, I'm busy all the time with other things. But I wanted to check this one out to really see what this band is all about and hear how Max is doing, because it seems as though the past couple of years have just been all Max Cavalera or the Cavalera family in general. Like, the first Go Ahead and Die was just 2 years ago, and then last year you had Soulfly. This year you had the Cavalera re-recordings of Bestial Devastation and Morbid Visions, and now another Go Ahead and Die album. So it's just, Cavalera family's just been pumping out whatever's going on in their brains over the past few years. But here I am checking out Go Ahead and Die in full for the first time, even though I already have the first album. I haven't really checked it out. But here with this album, also production and mix done by one Arthur Risk, which, yes, I love his production, I love his mix, where it sounds old school, but done in the modern sense, and he does a fantastic job with the production and the mix on this album as well. As far as the songs, well, kicking off with Desert Carnage, like, this song kind of goes into all sorts of different directions in terms of influence. Like, the opening riff in Blast made me think of Vader. Like, it has, like, that death thrash dexterity going on. But then it brings in some influence on the riffs and the beats from the band Discharge, which I know Discharge is a huge influence on Max. And it's cool to hear that come out here. And then it kind of gets into pretty much death metal. Like, there's some, like, death metal carnage going on. And then even little increments of black metal. And then again, black metal is something that kind of pops up here and there on a lot of songs, especially in the second half. And then even towards the end, you get these, like, dirty tremolos that also have a little melody attached. Then we get into Split Scalp, which, another one of those songs where it's just all about being a grab bag of a lot. Like, it starts off with, like, a melodic riff on top of a blast beat that kind of gives it a little bit of a death metal feel, but then really cool groove comes in, like classic Chaos AD era Sepultura. And then it gets a little bit punky and hardcore for a bit, and then it briefly gets thrashy. But you even get some, like, weird dissonance coming in to kind of, like, add in a token of darkness to, or a layer of darkness to the track. Then you get Tumors. This song begins another kind of thing that pops up a lot, and that's Bolt Thrower Double Time Stomps. And there's a lot of songs that have these, like, Bolt Thrower Double Time Stomps. Like, pretty much every track on the second half has a double time groove, whether it would be Drogo Cop, No Easy Way Out. Well, actually, no Easy Way Out doesn't have it, but Most Dangerous Animal, Chasm, or actually, I'm even reading off the wrong damn songs. So the two middle songs, No Easy Way Out and Most Dangerous Animal, do not have the Bolt Thrower Stomps, but the other tracks, Chasm, Cyber Slavery, Blast Zone, and the title track, all have these bolt thrower grooves and double time stomps happening, and it begins here with Tumors. But then you even get in the second half, it gets really thrashy, and then just awesome chugathons going on with the breakdowns. Drogo Cop, this song brings in a little bit of a Celtic Frost vibe with the double bass and the riff where it's going dun, 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 made me think of the song Usurper. But for the most part, this song has more of a punky hardcore vibe happening. Now, No Easy Way Out This is almost pretty much a grindcore song. Like, there's a lot of grind going on here. Even some blast beats pop up, but it's mostly in the riffing, and the galloping thrash beat kind of brings in more of that grind influence. But then you get some chugging death metal riffs, some D-beat stomps, and even thrash metal sections. Now, Most Dangerous Animal, this is really where you start getting some more black metal vibes, like black metal tremolos and blasts. Even the vocals, like, I will say flat out, the vocals on this album from Max, I don't know how he's sounding more feral as he gets older. It's like, how does he do it? How does he keep getting more aggressive with his vocals as he gets older? But yeah, this track also bringing in some death thrash to it, Celtic Frost breakdown, and then even towards the end, bring back some discharge riffs and D beats going on. Now, Chasm, which is the longest track of the album at almost 5.5 minutes, you get a sludgy bass line, and the bass is super prominent on here, which is why the mix on this album is pretty much the tits. But sludgy bass line to start Chasm, and then it gets more into black metal. Then you get more bolt thrower moments. Even some like sinister tremolo progressions come along. Cyber Slavery, this one really kind of goes all over the place, like hardcore D-beat stuff, but then you even get some like Judas Priest riffing going on briefly here. And then Blast Zone, this track also has some more of that bolt thrower influence, but there's more groove going on, some death thrash returns, breakdowns, chugs, some black metal comes back, and even a doomy breakdown. Like, it gets just a little bit on the doom side. And then the closing track, I would dare say this song is a blackened death metal song, because these tremolos and blasts kind of made me think of like Necrophobic a little bit, but then you do get some like death metal chugs, breakdowns, double time, and even some dark melodies to kind of keep that blackened aspect alive. But basically the best way to describe this album, it's like late 80s, early 90s extreme metal, thrash, black, death, and grind, all mashed together with a little bit of hardcore thrown into the mix. And it just, who would have thought that a father-son project with Max and Igor Amadeus would be this fucking vicious and dirty sounding? The performance of everybody, it's like, man, they just unleash aggression on here. As far as any complaints, I would say they may have, especially in the second half of the album, kind of kept going for the same tropes a little bit too much, whether it be the double times or the black metal tremolos, but it's cool that they change everything up. It's just I notice it does happen quite a bit. But overall, this was a hell of an album. I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. I thought this was some killer extreme metal right here, and it's just super angry and pissed off, and that's the way I like it. I like it. But of course, that's all just my opinion. What did you guys think? Let me know in the comments below, and until next time, keep your horns high and your dreams wet. New Thrall shirt!